All right, it's February 14th, oops, excuse me, February 4th, Saturday, and I'm gonna finally get a video in. I haven't visited with you guys in a long time, and no excuses. Just take everything everybody else said from their videos about why it took them so long, multiply it by 2 or 3. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, I did do a video about 4 days ago, was 51 minutes long, and then something happened, so I stopped it and to take a look at it, and no sound. Turns out the battery in my microphone was dead, and I didn't realize it. So, man, oh man, you all know what a disappointment that is. So here I am again, got fresh batteries in it, got everything reorganized because it's such a mess after you do a video because everything is all taken apart, and obviously I had to put it all back together and get myself organized so that I could rethink everything that I had said and hopefully not leave out too much, because I was, after a couple months of not doing a video, I have a lot to try to remember to catch you up on. It was a good time. There was a few weeks of sickness, so that wasn't very good. That wasn't fun, but I'm totally fine now and happy about that. Okay, today I have 3 FFOs. I am going to do a bit of a year of WIP update because I know that's due, probably past due by now. Looks like I'm kind of really shiny here from the sun outside, but oh, there's sun. And believe me, after the winter we've been having, I'm just really happy that there's sunshine. So if you have to see it on my face coming from my deck doors, well, sorry. Oh, you know, and I didn't want to say sorry, because when you guys all say sorry, it's like, you don't have to be sorry. Don't be sorry. We love your videos just like they are. So, the winter. We had about 10 days of way below 0. I think the coldest it got was 14 below. And those are the days that I want to hibernate just like the bears, because I love Alaska. I love the cold weather, the cool weather, not the cold. But 14 below, yeah, that's too much for me too. And then after that ended, after we got a little break from the cold, it started snowing. It snowed, and I have pictures that I took. If I can get them off my camera, I'll get them inserted into this video somewhere, either the beginning right now while I'm talking about it, or at the end or something. But you can see at my house here, I know I got at least 14 inches, and the deck was almost to the railing. The snow was up to the railing. It was beautiful, and I loved it. But then there's the shoveling of the driveway. I mean, luckily, a young man came around on Sunday, the day after a huge snow, and he offered to do my driveway, so I got that done. That was great, because my grandson, who normally would do it, they were house sitting up at her parents' house for the week, and so and they have a huge driveway, so I didn't bother him at all, and just paid a neighborhood kid, which I like to do anyway. All right, got rid of the snow. Took some time off right after, well, in January, a couple weeks into January, and got a lot of stitching done. I had taken my 99 to the framers to get it professionally framed. I finished it for my grandson his birthday was last September. So I gave it to him then, and just got around after Christmas to take it in, because I knew how swamped the framers were going to be before Christmas. So after Christmas was over, I took it in, and I finally got it back end of January. I was supposed to get it back the day, and they called and said it was ready, that we had the huge snowstorm, and I decided no, I wasn't going to wander out into the snowstorm to get my 99, even though I was super, super anxious. But I did 2 days later go and get it after they had plowed some of the streets and everything. So I've got that. I have another FFO that I did for my great grandson. I don't know if I've even ever shown it, because I kind of got it finished up for his baby shower and then never really did anything in it. As far as I got it in the frame and everything, but I just don't think I've ever shown it to you. And then I have one other little thing for him. It's just a small little thing to show. So why don't we get right into that? So my first, and this is pretty big, as y'all know, and maybe I will hang it here the next time so you can maybe zoom in on it or get closer on it if you want to. I'm just going to try to show the whole thing right now. And I don't know how. Yeah, it's not all going to fit in frame. I'd have to get up and back up, but there's a wall directly behind me, so I can't back up at all. But anyway, it's just a plain, it's kind of a wood grain finish on the frame. I don't know if you can see that or not. And I did have the museum glass put in it because when they showed me the difference between what the museum glass looks like and what normal glass looks like, there was such a difference as far as the clarity of seeing right to the cross stitch that I decided, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and put out that extra, I think it was $50 to get the museum glass put in it. And then I started thinking, after I did that, and I got home, I thought, I wonder, they have the samples there for you to put, against your stitching to see what it looks like through this glass versus this glass versus this glass. And I thought, I wonder if that's kind of really true, or if they've fogged up those other glasses so you want to buy the museum glass. I don't know. But anyway, it's done. It's finished. I love it. It is now museum quality. Should last, 400, 500, 600 years. And I'm sure that I will have great grandkids that just are amazed at what I did back in old 2016. So that's my first FFO. One that probably, I'm not going to do the community tag because I'm probably just going to insert little excerpts from it. But anyway, so that's probably my most proud piece that I did last year. And I didn't even really get all my stuff together to show you my accomplishments for last year, because I've got a few finishes that are just not here right at this table with me, but oh well. So anyway, that was the first one. Second one that I told you that I got done for my great-grandson's baby shower last year in 2016, and I just got it in a little frame, is just this little thing from Tiny Modernist. It's like the woodland creatures, and that is the theme of his nursery that I showed his nursery on a previous video. And so this is just gonna sit on this. I don't know if she's gonna put it on the wall or on his dresser or what, but I had originally planned it and had left a whole lot of extra fabric down here, and I was going to put, after he was born, put his name and his birth date and his birth weight and all that kind of stuff. But then I saw, I think I brought it here, then I saw this other, well, if I want to come across it, it's actually another Woodlands, and it's an actual baby sampler. And so when I saw that, I thought, oh no, I'm just going to put this as a picture, because the other one's got a beautiful tree and it's bigger and all that. So I bought that pattern, and I'm going to be actually doing a burst sampler for him, but there's really no rush on that. Wait a minute. I think I have it on this pile right here. And of course, my table is a lot wider than my arms are. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, great. So this is the one I'm going to do for him, which is by Vervaso, I think it's pronounced, not sure. But anyway, it is the woodland creatures also, and it's just a little bit more to it, like with the tree. I love the tree and then all the little animals below and the space for his name and birth date and all that. This just has a first name on it, but I'm going to put for sure his first and middle name, possibly his whole full name on there, and there's lots of space to do that. I'll probably have to change the font, make the font more of a not so deep and thick. But so anyway, that's what I'm going to do in place, and have the other one just a little picture for that. The third final FFO I have was I finished his little Made in America bib that his mommy picked out. I told her to pick out which bib she would like, and so she wanted this little Made in America, and he was actually made in Florida. At least that's what they say. They went on vacation to Disney World, and they came back with the greatest souvenir of all, and his name is Cole, and he's 2.5. He'll be 2.5 months old now, 11 weeks yesterday, and he is the most precious little thing, and I will insert a picture, a current picture of him, so you can see what he's like now. And he's starting to coo, and he smiles a lot, and when he's hungry though, let me tell you. But he's a sweetheart. He's just so great. I love him. Okay, so those are my FFOs. I will go into my other couple little things that are don't fit into any category, like year of WIPs or FFOs. They're just kind of things that happened, and one of them is, as I don't know if y'all remember or not. See, there's trying to get the sun down. Doesn't matter, but anyway, I won. Stitch Too Far, Ingeborg had, from the Netherlands, had a giveaway, and I won it, and I was so excited because it was some hand-dyed flosses from her local needlework shop, and the work she shows on her floss tube videos is so beautiful, and the threads are so beautiful. I was so overwhelmed and excited to get that. So I was anxiously waiting for the mail, and watching it travel around the world from the Netherlands to Alaska, and it came, and I was so excited. And I will show you now what came in my package, my prize package from Ingeborg, and thank you so much. I just love everything you sent, and you are amazing. And so here we go. There was a little Christmas bag, or actually they don't, should they call it? I forgot, but they have like a kind of a different, and this guy is really cute. So I have this little gift bag, which I will be using. In fact, I have a sister-in-law that would love that bag. So I might put something in there for her. Then there were the edibles, and of course there was chocolate. And I've already gotten into this one and have had a few pieces of it, but I didn't. Well, I'm not going to show it to you. It's chocolate, and it was in the shape of S, the letter S. That's the shape of this big chunk of chocolate. S standing for Stitcher, I'm assuming, of which I am. So that was in there. And then there's these that I don't know exactly what they are. They're little cookies. And I don't read Dutch, so I can't tell you what the flavor, but they look like they could be like a gingerbready, cinnamon something. But I didn't want to open those until I actually got to the video and could show you what it is. So thank you, Ingeborg, for those. Hope I'm saying your name right. But I do see cinnamon sticks and something else down here. So I'm looking forward to opening those. And yes, I will share them with my family. Okay. She sent a beautiful little card of tulips, and I love tulips. And tulips are my oldest daughter's favorite flower. And I'm actually doing tulip cross stitch for her that I'll show you one of these days. But anyway, nice little card from her. And then I got she sent a magazine that I guess she did a flip through on one of her videos. So I can't read anything about it, but you know what? The language of stitchers is universal, because the patterns that are in here, it does list the threads. You know, it has, you know, like DMC or a Rico thread, which maybe that, I'm not sure what that is, but, and then the charts and the symbols. The symbols are universal too. So I have this wonderful magazine, and I've looked through it a few times and picked out what I'm going to do, because the next thing, which is the amazing, amazing thing that I was so excited for, are the threads. These hand-dyed silk threads from her local needle workshop. And so I told her my favorite colors were yellow, blue, and purple. And so I got beautiful, beautiful yellow. And there's a little variegation in there. Not sure how this is showing up for you, whether that natural light is a help or a hindrance. Then we have this one, which is like shades of purple and like a maroony purple kind of. And then we have blues, and it goes from like a turquoise blue to dark blue, and that's beautiful. And then we have one here that is, it's like a blue kind of greenish thing. And as I'm looking at the little screen on my camera, it kind of looks like it's showing pretty good as far as the colors, but you never know. So anyway, those are my threads. And I'm going to pick up a Dutch pattern to do that with them, because I think that's only appropriate. When I decide what that's going to be, I'll let you know. And once again, it was a wonderful giveaway to win, and I thank Ingeborg so much. I love it. And her channel, I'm sure you're all watching her because she's amazing, but her floss tube name is A Stitch Too Far. So if you haven't seen her, go look at, you'll love her work. She does amazing, amazing work. Okay, so that was that. Another thing that I've got involved in over the time I've been away, I haven't really been away, I've still been here in my house, but was Marlene Stitching by the Lake. Gosh, who else is in there? I haven't worked on it for like over a month, and so I can't remember. But anyway, she's the one. We are doing this Sal, and it is the Cornwall Cottage Sampler by Rosewood Manor. And it's not one where we have deadlines or anything like that. We're kind of stitching as we want, as we go. And if it takes us a year to finish it, fine. If someone finishes it in a month, more power to them. But it's just a place where we can go and show our progress. And there we go. Show our progress and talk to each other about things. As you can see, the colorway here is all basically just a couple colors, and I decided to do my thing with my yellow, purple, and blue because it's what I love. And I think I have shown you guys this before, but I just wanted to let you know that I haven't gotten any farther. I've been doing so much other stuff that I am still at this point with it, but I am going to pick it up within the next week or so because I miss it so much. It is so much fun, and as I go, I pick the colors. I'm doing them in what is it? NPI silks, yeah. And they're beautiful colors. They're just beautiful colors. And I think I've got two or three shades each of purple, blue, and yellow. And I think there's a kind of a golden color, not yellow, that goes in the yellow way. And then, of course, the couple greens for the leaves. And I will hopefully next video have more to show you on that because I'm really missing that. The next thing that I got involved in is the cross stitch finish line groups round robin. Joanne Perry is spearheading that one and doing an amazing job and keeping us all on our toes and doing what we're supposed to do and getting our mailings out and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I am in a group. It's the USA Group A. It's like even weave. You could do even weave or Ada for your fabric. And this is what I chose. And it's mailed off, and I forgot to take a picture. Well, I have a picture of it on my camera. Maybe I'll put in a picture of what it looks. But basically what I did was this top part here, and then each of the other 5 ladies will do 2 of these little blocks, and then there's 1 block left over, and the last lady will do the bottom and 1 block. And then when it comes back, I mean, I'm doing the borders also, but I only did them down part way, probably to about here, something like that on both sides. And then when it comes back, I will finish up my part. And right now it's in New York, and then I'm not sure where it'll go to next, but it will be going. So I did get in the mail the one that I'm working on next, and it's so cute. So I'm so excited about working on it. And we have to have it done and in the mail by the 27th. So this is going to be my focus this week now until it gets done. And what it is, it's by Jessica. She's crafting. I think that's her. Let's see. Does she put her? I'm sure she's crafting. Yes, it is. But anyway, what she chose is the Soda Stitch Pinup Girls. And I've never worked on a Soda Stitch before, but I've loved them, and I've always wanted to get a couple patterns, but I couldn't justify it when I have so many other things going on. But she has done her part, and here's her cute little girl that she did. And so then I have to choose, I can choose one on either side of her to do. So I'm pretty much sure I have decided which one it's going to be, and she's going to be started today, my part. And I think I'll just save that for a surprise, and then next time you can see which one I chose and see the progress that I made on her, because I'm sure she will be done and ready to mail. But I am going to definitely do a video, at least do a short little clip of a video to show you what I got done before I send her off. And the way this round robin works is that I will always send to New York, and Jess will always be sending to me. So whatever she's working on right now, I will get next. And what I'm working on now is going to go to Caitlin. I see, that's what I get for not reading through my notes or taking notes. But anyway, in New York. So that's going really good. I'm really excited about that. So I showed you those 3 kind of new things that I've gotten into, and of course my prize from that. But anyway, okay, next let's go into things that are not year of WIP pieces, but they're pieces I've been working on. And this one, if you all remember, I am working on the Civil War quilt, the Jane A. Stickle Civil War quilt, and this is by Linda Myers. And I thought there was a company too. Oh well, anyway, Linda Myers. I love working on this. I have found, however, a few little errors in the chart, but since it's a quilt and pretty, it's kind of like you can see the pattern even, and while you're stitching it, if there's a stitch off, you kind of know it because of what it is and what they look like. And I'm just going to briefly show you. This is where I am on it, and I have not gotten any more done, I think, since last video. I should have re-looked at my last video to see where I was on things and to know if I showed it. But anyway, I'm sure so many videos. I mean, can you believe how many videos there have been recently? On my watch list right now, I have 170 something. I watch FlossTube a lot. I stitch to FlossTube. My TV watching has gone way down, and my saved shows has gone way up on TV. And I watch FlossTube every night when I stitch. I watch it on the weekends, and I still have so many to watch, but it's great. Not complaining. It's great. It's just like, that's another reason I didn't do a video, was I was thinking, well, if I've got almost 200 to watch, so does everybody else. So I'll just give it a rest and wait till things quiet down, and then I'll do a video. Well, guess what? It's not quieting down, but that's great. And so I decided I have to get out there and do it. Otherwise, people are going to think, well, she doesn't love us anymore. But I do. I really like doing these videos. I like talking to you guys. And even though, well, maybe I do like it that you don't talk back at me right when I'm talking, because normally in normal conversations with especially non-stitchers, which I'm mostly surrounded by, as soon as I start talking stitching, for some reason, conversation gets changed and they just really don't want to listen. But anyway, this is where I am. This is a half done. I am going to definitely get it finished this year. So that's one of my wonderful WIPs that I'm working on that is not in the year of WIPs. Let's see. I think everything else that I have is a year. Oh, let me show you. One of the things I mainly wanted to show you, that one I just showed you, was because I told you last time also that I also have been doing, well, I haven't touched it in years, but I need to get back to it, and especially doing this cross stitch is making me want to get back to it. The actual Civil War quilt, the actual Dear Jane Civil War quilt. I have got the center done. The center has, like, I wish I had the book here with me. There's over 200 blocks, and I think 189, and I could be wrong, but they're the centerpiece, which is, they're all little 4-inch blocks, and they're done every which way you can imagine. Paper pieced, hand stitched, applique, machine stitched, everything you can imagine. I did not do mine in the Civil War colors because blue and purple, here I am. So I brought the quilt out. There's no way I can show you the whole quilt at once because it's a full-size quilt. But I thought, well, I can maybe show you sections of it and maybe show you some close-ups of the blocks that I have done. And if you can just imagine this thing as huge as it is, and all these little pieces on these 4-inch blocks, and like I said, mine are all blues and purples. Trying to see if I can show you some of these. Here's some cute ones back here. And like I said, this is folded over 6 times or something. But, okay, this is a real pretty one. And the white fabric is the same on all of them, you know, all the white that's being done. Every purple and every blue is different. For each block, I picked a different fabric. So I'm trying to hopefully show you some of these. And of course I have my favorites, but where they're located right now, I don't know as far as where they are in the quilt. Like here is a basket one, and like I said, these are only 4 inches square. And here's one with where to go? Hearts. It's kind of awkward trying to hold this and show you. Oh, let's see. No, that's not the heart one, but I think I'm coming to it. There it is. The little hearts. There's just, like I said, there's 189 of these little squares, and so I could just like this one here, where I don't know how the colors are showing up, but they are. And let me show you some of these. It'll be easier for me to hold up. Here is this one, this one. Here's one that's kind of cute. I put these little hats in this one. Fussy cut those little sections. This one has got just the light blue, but as you can see, the blue and purple thing, and it's every other block is blue or purple. Here's this guy. And then this one. And I loved working on this so much. And all I have to do is this last little row I'm showing you that's not attached to quilt. I just have to attach that, and then I have to put the triangles on the edging for the border. And I'm sure you're seeing lots of threads hanging from here, but and then I want this on my bed really bad. But since I broke my ankle a few years ago, quilting has been something that has been harder for me to do because I can't stand at the iron for long periods of time. And even the sewing machine is kind of hard to work with sometimes. But anyway, that is just a little sampling because, like I said, this thing is huge. And it's like, I would love to show you each little block, but that's probably more for a quilt tube than a floss tube video. But I just want to show you that I'm doing the cross stitch Civil War quilt, and I'm almost done doing the actual quilt. And quilting is actually really a lot of fun. And this one is it's a labor of love. I've gone to a couple Civil War Jane Stickle quilt conventions or retreats, not conventions, retreats, and the work that you see there is just amazing. It's just totally amazing. So, okay, on to the next thing. Get a little organized here. Year of WIPs. And I probably should do just a total year of WIPs. I think I will. I'm going to do a separate one when I get them all together. But these are I'm just going to show you a little bit of what I've done because I think I need to post it on Melanie's Soulful Stitchers site. So I better do that too. But anyway, one of my year WIPs was my deep sea fish. And this one is this was a travel project that I took along because it was going to be big blocks of color and everything. And what I had done, get this here, what I pretty much did recently was the big yellow guy here, and then some of the coral and some of the greens, and so that's how much more I've gotten done on this guy. And this goes really fast. I think it, just took a few evenings and a weekend to get this big guy done. I haven't done any back stitching on him, but I just have pretty much, there's a little more to go at the top and a little more at the bottom, and then another big blue fish down at the bottom of the piece, and then he will be done. So that will definitely be completed in my ear whips. One of my other ear whips I'm working on is the Feasting Frenzy. And this one is a dimensions kit. The other one I just showed you is also a dimensions kit. And I started working on this last year because it reminded me so much of my mom. I think I told you that story where she passed away a year ago, January 11th. And one of her favorite things to do for years and years and years was to sit in her chair and watch the birds outside of her window. And so when I saw this, I just thought how happy she would have been to see all these birds. So anyway, this is how far I am on it, and I really did do actually quite a bit after, once starting the Year of Whips challenge. I've done this, I finished this bluebird, did all of this and all of this part up here, and then filled in some things down there. So I've actually made good progress on this guy, and I've got probably about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more birds to do. So I'm pushing hard for that one to get done too. All right, another year of WIP that is so close to being finished, and I told you the whole story on my last video, so I'm going to try to tell it again. Girl with Apple by Lennart. She's such a sweetheart, and she was so addicting, and of course yellow, my favorite color, is I think probably what attracted to her at first. So I started this, and when I picked her up just to do her part on the Year of Whips, I could not put her down. I only had, when I first started, when this went into the Year of Whips thing, was just a little tiny bit of these leaves. Her hat was pretty much all stitched, and just a little bit of her face. That's it. That's where her beginning was for the Year of Whips. And when I picked up, I was going to work on her for a week, and I think I ended up working on her for 2 weeks because she is basically done. I ran out of some threads, about 4 or 5 threads, and so I went onto the Lennart website to figure out, okay, how do I get new threads, because they just say color 1, color 2, color 3. They don't, even though it is DMC, they don't tell you the DMC colors. And on their website, they explain that they don't give you the DMC numbers because they only want the kit to be stitched once. And so they're not going to give you the colors, so you can take the pattern and then stitch it again or whatever. So I was a little upset, but I thought, well, I'll email them and I'll find out, tell them it's just these 5 threads. And if I had a couple links, of each of these colors, I would, excuse me, I would be fine. I could finish it up because there's just a little part in her skirt right here. There's a little part right here that I didn't have enough to fill in. Along the edge of the skirt, there's like a row here that is not done. On her bandana, the tie on her bandana, as you can see, is not filled out. I totally ran out of those threads. But like I said, if I had another 18 inches, that would be all I would need, and then I could finish her. So only took them like 2 days, and I got an email response back, and they said, you know, although they don't normally give out the DMC colors, they would make an exception in my case, and they gave me the colors. Only one of the colors they listed, they said it was DMC number 1. And I thought, well, I've never seen a DMC number 1, and I thought, were they maybe, but I knew I wasn't out of white because I got tons of white. So I'm gonna pull the other threads and then see which one. It was actually number 13 on the kit that she said was number 1. And if it's one that I can maybe fudge, if it's only a couple stitches, I might not bother them again. Otherwise, I might have to contact them again. All right, my last year of WIPs. That's officially year of WIPs. Is my Dragonfly by DMC, the kit. This is also another one that I could just work on and work on and work on. And I'm sure the next sitting, you know, rotation that I have with this, it will be finished because I'm 3/4 done. And here I only had a quarter of it done basically before, and I have gotten that much done now. I've got some little bit of back stitching to do, and like I said, another week on this and it will be done. So I'm really close to having for sure 2 year of WIPs projects done. Let me just put it up just a little bit more, just so you can see how pretty that is, how the colors are. And there's that. So there's a couple of my year WIPs that I did not work on at all. I don't know if I'm going to. I mean, I was so enthusiastic about it when I actually signed, said I'm going to finish this, I'm going to finish this, I'm going to finish this. One of them, when I just think about it, and I didn't even bring them out for this video. I will bring them out in my year of WIP official update video. I could not see even wanting to put one more stitch in it, so it may be a give up, but we'll talk about that. However, I am going to try to keep the same number of old WIPs going, and I found one that I was looking for when I was originally signing up for doing this, but I couldn't find it, and so I wanted to get the video done, and so I just didn't do it. But it's this blue Bellpool quilt, and this is a American School of Needlework, Stitching for Quilt Lovers by Jamie Lee, and it's back 1990, 1994, something like that. And I started it way back then and had finished this top one. That's it. And then for some reason, I don't know, I just maybe stopped stitching a bit at that time, and it just got, things get piled on top of it, new projects started, and I love it. I mean, it's blue and it's my favorite. Hi, darling Bluebell. Yes, I'm a blue person too, but I also like to stick purple and yellow in there. Anyway, so I decided, well, I'm going to add that to my year of WIPs. And so here it is. I've got it, well, this is what I've gotten done. It's still on the frame there. I have gotten this much done of the second one. I didn't take it out of the frame, but this is just to show you. And this is like one of those, you really don't have to think too hard. There's not too much frogging goes on because it's pretty much, you can see almost instantly if you mess up. And so it can be fixed readily. So that, I think, is going to replace one of my other year of WIPs. And then I've got 4 or 5 that I just didn't dig out because I haven't done any work on them. And I'm not sure. Oh, by the way, over Christmas, did any of you do what I did? Regular Snickers bar. Christmas Snickers bar. The giant Christmas Snickers bar. Look. This thing is so huge. It's called the Slice and Share. And it is a 1 pound Snickers. And I love Snickers. I love frozen Snickers. So for Christmas, everybody in my family got one of these. And I got a couple for this house. And I've been slicing them up into, little slices and putting them in the freezer. And then when I want a frozen Snicker, which is one of my favorite things in the whole world, I can have a frozen Snickers. I mean, and they're so cool. This is, look at that. Look at that difference. It's like little tiny baby, big giant Papa Snicker. Anyway, I don't know if anybody else did that, but when I saw those, I went nuts. And I had to get, like I said, I probably bought 8 of them to give it to family and to have a couple here that I could slice up and put in the freezer. Okay. Okay, let's see. I think next I'm going to show you some of the things that I have purchased. Like here's the year of WIPs I didn't work on. But that's okay. I have been buying stuff. I've never really shown my haul because it just seemed like I had so much else. But anyway, I've saved it for last. I'm just going to show you a couple of the things that I have gotten in haul over the past few months. I fell totally in love, like so many of us, with the Disney princess dresses. So I just got these in the mail the other day. That and the Snow White one, the Brooks books. And Brooks books are so cute, her designs. And I just love the fact that it can have all these beautiful dresses. And I don't mind doing people and faces, but these were just so pretty. I just love them, love them, love them. All right. I also have you ever come across a pattern that when you first see it and you first look at it, it's like that pattern was designed for you? I mean, exactly for you. When I saw this, there was no doubt that this was designed for me. My mom's favorite flower were pink roses. My favorite flower are anything yellow flowers, and mainly yellow carnations. I love yellow carnations, and yellow. I just love yellow carnations. But anyway, so when my mom passed away, the flowers that I bought for her, I will insert a picture. I have a picture of them. And it was like 2 big floral hearts. And they had roses and carnations in them. And one of the hearts, they were kind of off-centered, you'll see. One of the hearts I made all pink. And then one of the hearts was all yellow. Because I thought that kind of really said that was Mom and me. And anyway, I'm not going to tear up. Or I already did, but I'm not going to continue it. So anyway, when I saw this pattern by Dimensions, I just went, wow, I have to do that. It is a yellow and pink rose together. And it's like, it was like, oh my gosh. And I don't know how old this pattern is. I'd never seen it before until like a couple months ago. But when you see the flowers that I got for my mom for her services, it kind of sums up the whole thing. I haven't started it yet. I will start it. I do want to finish it this year. I'd like to finish it. I don't think it'll take too long. I'm going to change the fabric. It came with an Ada, but I'm going to switch it out to an even wave. But it's so beautiful. But anyway, so that pattern was like a no-brainer. It was like when I saw that, I went, wow, that is just incredible. It's incredible when things like that happen. Another one that I will show you that I got And this video is already, what, 46 minutes or something? I don't know. I can't. I have my glasses on. So I won't go on too much longer. But I love teapots. I love kitchen kind of things. I love teacups, all that kind of stuff. So I saw, and I love DMC kits. They're just great. So I got this, and it says it's Deco by DMC. So I'm not really sure what that means. So I got this kit, and I love DMC kits because they come with all the floss. And this floss, they already have carded and already labeled, and it was just like, whoa. I mean, I have not opened this kit, and you can see it's all done for you. And I love it because this is how I prefer my floss. I like it on the cards. But anyway, all of these just beautiful, and they have other kits that I really, when I saw them, I wanted to order them too, but I cannot find them anywhere. And I don't know if you can see them, but yeah, there they are. One is of like coffee pots, and one is of, I think they're egg cups. If I have looked, I even think I emailed the DMC site and said, I really, really want these other two kits, but I can't find them even on their website or on 1 2 3 Stitch or on any place. So if anybody has a clue as to where I can order these other two Deco kits by DMC, I would be so ever grateful. I might send you some Alaska Wild Berries chocolates because they're really good. Okay, back and to my kitchen teapot theme. Another one I purchased was the Vervaso called, what's it called? Romantic Kitchen, maybe? I don't have my glasses on and I can't really read it. But anyway, this one here, I love the colors. And it is also a kit with DMC threads because I get frustrated with the kits that do not have DMC threads because they're just so hard for me to use. DMC is great. Anyway, so that's another one I got. And then I have two more to show you, and I think three more things that I ordered, and I'll call it a day. I ordered another kit by Lenart. They're one of my very favorite places that kit up things. If I'm going to buy kits, DMC kits and Lenart are my favorite. And I've always loved this one. It's just pretty. It's just beautiful. It's just, I don't know exactly how to explain how I feel about this type of a kit with the colors and the teapots. But anyway, it comes in a box. I was really surprised. I've never had a Lenart kit come in a box. And it has this little thing here. And then when you open the box, let me try to get a little grip on it first before I open it. When you open the box, it's like opening up a vintage pair of nylons. It's like a nylon box, and then it's in tissue paper. Say the tissue paper, and then you open it up, and there are your threads and your fabric and everything. And it is just the neatest little package. I've never gotten a kit in a box before, and I know they're out there. I guess is it Realist or someplace that does that a lot, or some other places. But anyway, my little kit in the box I love, and that's, like I said, that's how my mom used to get her nylons, was in boxes like these. Two more, and this one again on the teacup theme. From X's and O's, I got the series. And there's a problem with this. I have January, no February. And then I have March, April, May, June, July, August, September, my birth month, and blue, yay. October, November, December, and still no February. And I've looked everywhere for that. So I have emailed X's and O's themselves and said, where's February? I have to have February. And if anybody, like I said, out there, just like the other patterns that I'm looking for, if anybody knows about where February can be bought, let me know. Okay, my last thing, and I think I've covered everything I want to talk about, is I did do the ultimate. Oh wait, I do have one more little thing here. It's really cute. I was so happy, like everybody else in the whole world, at least the stitching world, was so happy when 123 decided to go in and sell treasure braid. So this is just a few of the ones that I got, but I'm so happy because I've had such a hard time finding treasure braid up here. There was a couple LNSs down lower 48 down south that I found did sell them, but they either didn't have the colors I wanted or all different things. But anyway, so I did order that. But anyway, last thing, like I said, the Fiesta Resistance I ordered, and I know you're all knowing, I know you all know that this is what this is leading up to, because everybody makes a big deal about it when they get it. But I ordered chatelaine. Been wanting to do one for a long time, and this is a smaller one. I wanted to start out small. This one's called Prairie Lights, and it's not, it's like a it's not like the, you know, around where all four sides are the same type of chatelaine, but it's beautiful. It's got the colors I love, and it's called Polar Lights. And I'm not sure when I'm going to start it, but I'm going to start it soon. And of course, I got the beautiful little kit. I haven't opened any of this yet. But this funny thing about this is I ordered it, and yeah, it comes out of what, Tennessee. And so I got the notice that it was in the mail and the routing number, and I was so excited, and it was like, okay, it should be there by Friday, whatever it was, I forget. So I'm anxious. It doesn't come, and it doesn't come. So I get on, look it up, and my chatelaine went from Tennessee. It's Tennessee or Kentucky, but anyway, it went from there to Guam. And I thought, okay, the U.S. Postal Service, whatever, but why from Tennessee to Guam? I've ordered stuff from Tennessee before, and it just, you know, went a more direct route. But anyway, and then the next time I looked, it was in Hawaii. I thought, okay, it's getting a little summer vacation before it's coming up to this 14 below. And then finally, it did take, gosh, couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks to finally get to me, and I don't know why it was routed that way, but my chatelaine has been on a vacation. It didn't want to come to Alaska. It was too cold, but you know what? It got here. I'm going to be doing it. And I'm so glad I got this video made. As long as I don't get out there, go in and take a look at it and find out there's no sound again, I'll be happy. I've been wanting to do it. I feel good now that I've done it. I hope not to take so much time in between, but hey, you guys, even if you don't make a video for a month or 2 months, I am always so happy to see you pop back up on the screen. So I'm hoping, and I'm happy that y'all stayed with me, because I do, you know, if I ever do decide I'm not going to do videos anymore for some reason, and I can't imagine at the moment that I would do that, I'll let you know. I will. I will get on like other ladies have done and said, look, I need a break. And that way, like I said, it's probably been since the first part of December, mid-December. I know it's been 2 months maybe since I made a video. I can't remember the last date, but I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to welcome you into my home. I'm glad you stopped by, and let's do this again. Talk to you later, guys. Bye. Maybe bye, if I can find the little button. Okay, I think I found the button. Bye.